Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning, episode 298. The Bucs just beat the New Orleans Saints 30-20, and they're going to the NFC Championship. So today we're going to be looking at what this means for Tom Brady's legacy, being that he's headed towards his 10th Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah.
10th Super Bowl appearance. But first, question of the day: Tom Brady has 6 Super Bowl rings. First person to comment all 6 of those teams, their comment will be pinned. We will reveal the answer at the end of the video of what those 6 teams were, or who those 6 teams were. But for right now, Jay, Tom Brady going to Super Bowl, possibly.
Yeah.
What does this mean for his legacy?
I am very bullish on Tom Brady making the Super Bowl this year. Of course, his legacy has kind of already hit the nth degree. I mean, no one's really close to him. He has 6 Super Bowl rings, and the next closest is 4 Super Bowl rings, such as Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw. So he's kind of gone above and beyond already. However, he's got this year left and has one more with the Buccaneers. Who knows? He could win 8 rings. That's a bit of a stretch, but at this point, anything is possible for Tom Brady. We've seen he's gone this far. This year, I know the Packers are the number 1 team in the NFC, and they still got the Chiefs and the Bills in the AFC to face if they make the Super Bowl. But to me, the Saints was probably the biggest competition for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not on a skill level or talent level, but just a pure mental block for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. Beating them twice this year, especially one of them being in a blowout, was just pretty much an embarrassing game. They didn't have Ronald Jones be 100%, however, he played well, and Antonio Brown was out part of the game. Yes, the Saints did not have Taysom Hill and Latavius Murray, but injuries on both sides. Tom Brady played well. Yes, he might have gotten a little bit lucky because of how bad Drew Brees performed, and he still has Aaron Rodgers to go through, but I just think this win has so much momentum for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I feel like this entire year, every win they've gotten, even though they finished 11-5, they haven't had a serious, significant win where they beat a solid playoff team, in my opinion. So this great win is just really enough momentum, I think, to give them over the edge. I think Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, yes, they have probably one of the best offenses in the league, but if you double-team Devontae Adams and that running defense can stop Aaron Jones like they did Alvin Kamara today, even though they did run on him, they did not let him score. I think they can slow down Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams and get over the hump to the Green Bay Packers. And to be honest, I know that sounds like I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but to me, if they make it to the Super Bowl, they're already going to win. Yes, that's oversimplifying, but I'm very bullish on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So I'm kind of gonna go off a little bit differently than Jay did. I tend to side on the position that Tom Brady will not make it to the Super Bowl this year. I think his run will end with facing the Packers next week. So basically, the reasons are: number one, I think that if Drew Brees had been any sort of his old self today, I think that the Saints would have pulled out of this game. Just 3 costly interceptions, a lot of them bad, and not even on deep balls, just on simple checkdowns. Some of them just Drew Brees did not look sharp today, and it really helped overcompensate for the fact that not even Brady, I don't think, looked that good today. He
199 yards.
199 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns, no picks, but the defense for Tampa Bay was huge, and I think if Tampa Bay wants to go into Green Bay and beat the Packers, that the defense is going to have to continue to play strongly like they did today. And definitely I see Brady not being able to get away with short field positions and lots of Aaron Rodgers interceptions as he was able to do today with Drew Brees. So I think it's going to be a lot tougher of a challenge for the Buccaneers. The Packers, God. No, the Packers are a very skilled team, and I just think Aaron Rodgers is big time, and he's going to step up to the challenge. And I think that him and Devontae Adams will make that happen for Green Bay.
So the one decisive win over a good team that the Buccaneers did have in the regular season was the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, where we said a lot of similar stuff to what Greg said was the Bucs. I don't know if they'd be up for a matchup against Aaron Rodgers, and sure enough, they won by 28 points. Aaron Rodgers had 2 picks, which he probably had 4, 5, 6 maybe all season. 4 all season, 2 against the Bucs. Aaron Rodgers struggled, no touchdowns. Clearly, that is not the Aaron Rodgers they're going to be playing next week at Lambeau Field. I have confidence in that. But the fact that they were able to win so decisively that game really means a lot to me going to the next one. So I give the Bucs a much more solid chance than Greg does, but that's whatever. I think Tom Brady's already won at this point. This season, he's proved so many people wrong about he can't cut it in a new spot. It was Belichick's system. He's a system QB. All that stuff, I think, by advancing, really making the playoffs, he made a statement about it. And by advancing to the conference championship in the NFC, he really proved everybody wrong about that. He's succeeded in a system where it's pretty obvious that Arians and Brady don't mesh completely well. He's really just excelled in a new spot. So as far as his legacy, it's already greatly improved. But I give him a great chance going into Green Bay. Running game today, Fournette's really picked it up against, or not against, but since the playoffs have begun. We know Green Bay struggles with the run defense, and so is Ronald Jones. Right now he's got a quad discomfort injury, whatever you want to call it, but he's running the ball well. And I like the way Brady, smart throws all day, took a couple deep shots on the field, but they were well advised. So I think the Bucs are playing great football, but their secondary might get carved up by Devontae and Rodgers. That's the only place I'm worried about going forward against Green Bay.
Yeah, a lot of things are on the fine line in here. I mean, Tom Brady, Carson and I definitely agree with him. He definitely won the divorce with Bill Belichick. But him moving forward, have we ever really seen Tom Brady throw for 350 yards, 4 touchdowns? Yes, he has great games, but we've never really seen him, go above and beyond and put up Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen numbers. He just gets by. That's how he does it throughout his entire career. He's never really escalated to be the number one passer in the league. He just wins more than anyone else. So going into Green Bay could be a completely different ball game. I mean, we'll probably have to go toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers, but I think him having a run game now is going to be awesome to see. It will be another fine line in the fact that I think heading into New Orleans today, a lot of us were like, well, they beat them twice. There's no way the Bucs will lose a third time. And you could say against going into the Packers, the Bucs already beat them once. There's no way the Packers will lose a second time. So it's a fine line, but I'm still going to roll with Buccaneers as they're getting their run game. I think that's huge for Tom Brady to have a run game to fall back on. And today, we finally see him do a lot of passes out of the backfield to Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones. That's what he used to do in New England and how he succeeded with James White and Rex Burkhead and transferring over to the Buccaneers finally. I think that's going to take him all the way.
Yeah, I really like the idea of Aaron Rodgers getting his revenge against Tom Brady. I think that's
It'll be a great game.
Yeah. It will be a great game. Yeah. One thing I will say is you're not wrong about Tom Brady's legacy. I think his legacy has improved.
Yeah.
I think that obviously when you have a resume and you're as decorated of a player as Tom Brady is, obviously wins are going to help your legacy, and he's certainly done that. He knows how to win. But I think that Aaron Rodgers is a guy who also knows how to win. He's not really accustomed to losing. So I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to come out with a chip on his shoulder. And to your point, I think that Devontae Adams will probably have a field day against the Bucs corners. The one thing will be interesting to see is how Adam Jones shakes out running the ball against that Tampa Bay rushing attack. I think that Tampa Bay will be ready in that regard. So it'll be fun because it's a battle through the air. So.
Yeah, no matter what, both championship games, AFC and NFC, are going to be awesome to see. I think you really couldn't have asked for better games between the powerhouses on both sides, in my opinion.
Yeah, look at the Green Bay, the Rams game that just happened this past weekend. Cam Akers ran the ball pretty well. I mean, obviously the Rams lost, but their main offensive production was on the ground. I think that is reflected into the Bucs game, but better with Fournette and Ronald Jones. And then, of course, they played a similar offensive style where they didn't throw the ball a whole lot with Jared Goff, and Tom Brady's definitely a better quarterback than Jared Goff. Yeah. So I give the Bucs a much better chance to beat the Packers and the Rams held it to a close game until the fourth quarter. So it's definitely not going to be a blowout, I don't think, and I think the Bucs stand a solid chance.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think they're going all the way.
For sure. All right, that's it for the video. Question of the day. Again, please comment your answers. We'll see if they're right. But the teams that Tom Brady has beaten, again, 6 of them are the Rams, the Carolina Panthers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks, the Atlanta Falcons, and then the Los Angeles Rams.
Trick question.
Most recent one.
Yeah, kind of a trick one there.
Yeah.
Rams
That's
twice.
true. 6 rings, sorry, but 5
5
teams. So comment what you think. Well, you already have at this point. But thanks for watching, guys. Tune in 1.